Hey, what's up, guys? It's Sky. Welcome back to the channel. Well, it is finally time. It is new Battle Pass day. I'm not gonna lie, guys. We have some good stuff coming around for free to play and pay to win. I think this is probably one of the best collabs that has ever come into the game. I don't like the bunch of Seven Deadly Sins and stuff, but I didn't really expect something like Seven Deadly Sins to show up in COD. The new collab that is here, I'm pretty sure I can even say this because we already event. It's the Nier Automata event. And it's an anime, okay? So a lot of people are maybe hating on it, but trust me, when you guys see the rewards we're getting, whole new world, trust me on that, okay? So we're definitely going to buy the battle pass already because it is out. No time wasted there. Okay, we're starting off with American Bulldog in his tentacle form, and to be honest, it is cool. Okay, I don't know. There's something about those tubes being different colored, I would say, that looks good. Okay, and I can see what they mean by tentacles. He does have this octopus kind of vibe going on. I think it's from James Bond. That's what we like see an octopus kind of symbol. If I'm not wrong. Ooh, what is this? Hello, who are you? Which sniper are you? That's a tundra. Okay, what? Okay, wow. This tundra looks like if you could take off the scopes, you could probably use this as an like a non-scoped sniper. What the heck is in there, bro? Is that an alien or is that like a reptile? I don't know, bro, but what the heck? Scrimnet. Okay. Okay, we already just got sneak peeks there on ASM 10, but we didn't really get much. But yeah, let's check off more. Okay, ASM 10 is right here. Birds of Prey. Ooh, it's got like a nice eagle kind of sign. I like that. Okay, that might be pay to win sites. I don't know. I don't know, don't quote me on that, but this does look like a really clean skin. Wow. Like, they're not doing too much with it, and it's also not underdone. It is just perfect. This is actually cool. We're actually getting some nice skins this time. Codename Lazarus. Okay, that's a pay to win character. Like, this guy is always locked behind a paywall, and we got one battle pass skin, and this is his second, I believe. But this is fancy, not gonna lie. For Lazarus, he does look buff. Not gonna lie, that outfit, damn. He's got muscles and the whole mask and stuff. I don't know if I'm so into the net kind of vibe, like the net or the mesh that he has there. But it's also not too bad. Like I like the vibe that he's always been green. So like that's his theme color. I kinda like it, not gonna lie. Ooh, so I see. So they've made it like main rewards as the pictures. Damn, okay, bro, you gotta get out of here. Okay, and then we have Koshka Snow Leopard. Guys, let's be real. This is really basic. I like the muzzle, but this is really basic, bro. Okay, the muzzle is really good. I don't know. Maybe it's also just like the ASM-10. They haven't done too much with it. It's also not bad. Now that I think about it, playing with this in like a snowy area wouldn't be so bad. It actually would be really aesthetic. So I guess depending on your mood and type and what vibe you're feeling, you could possibly use that skin. And then we have Kitsune, who I believe is also locked behind a paywall, and I don't think we've ever got a battle pass skin for her. So she's definitely like VIP things right now. She's got like this, I don't know, call it peacock hair? I don't know. What would you call it? I know it's dyed, but like, what do you call that? I don't know what that is. But it looks cool. Okay, it looks cool. Like her pants too, it's got this camo vibe. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And then we have a MW level on the side. Two. Oh no, that is not two. That is a bolt cutter, I believe. Gas grenades. Okay, okay. Not too bad on an eye patch, let's not forget that. And obviously, in between, we have this. The new weapon. The new SMG of this season is VMP. And you guys can see right there, that is 90 fire rate, okay? This bad boy is definitely going to give USS 9 a run for its money. That's for sure. I can already tell you that. And then the new emote, which is Big Boar. Whoa! Holy shit! What were you expecting, man? Hello? Bro, we need to see that again. That shit was huge. That's what she said. Let's see that again. Okay, that is a huge HSO. But okay, okay. And then we have the new avatar frame. It's called Stun Slash. I like the gold vibe, like the glowing effect. That is cool. I like that. I like that. The luminescence of it is cool. And then we have a free charm, which I obviously need to spot because I love charms. And then we also get a Hades. What? Uh, Nothing pay to win about it. It does have a fancy handlebar, so maybe people might use it because of that. It actually has a cool handlebar. That is one of the most uniquest handlebars we've seen in the game, I think. Its muzzle is also pretty unique, so we'll give it that. Nice snake head we're going on with here. Overall skill, not bad. Could have done with some better sights, maybe to add some edge to people that don't use a bar or a boba, whatever you call it. Okay, just that little bar thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. It's not the first time we on this rodeo for Hades. And then we have, finally, obviously, the last skin, which is Gustavo Viciousness. I don't know, I would like to say he's got like this Rey Mysterio looking ass kind of mask, but I don't know if I could really call it that. But I do like the ghillie vibe. The ghillie vibe is cool. Like the whole white and the way it's blending in. It's pretty cool. I like it. It matches the clothes. Then he's got gold brass knuckles, a gold maybe deagle, I think. Maybe a 50 Gs, the way we call it in Codm. Then he's got three nades, which they dangle, which is really cool. My ADHD is panning out, I can tell. Ooh, I kind of like the gold accents with the white. It's actually vibing. This is not bad. And then obviously we have the final skin, which is the VMP skin. And that is also called Stun Slash. Ooh, it has like a little dog there. Okay, 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 okay. Maybe it's a fox, maybe it's a wolf. I don't know. It's something, that's for sure. Okay? The canine of sorts. I don't think that has pay to win sight, but maybe the orange at the back helps you aim better than the default sights. So I have tested out the gun, which we will check out together, and I will show you what kind of things we'll be getting. Okay. So that's the battle pass done. It is also time to take a little sneak peek. We're just gonna do this real quick. Let's just get that over with. So we will check out the event if possible. I don't know if it's open right now. I hope it is. That'll be really cool to see if it is open. We'll take that clan reward. And then back out of here and go. Okay. Right. So we're starting off with this. In sales section, which is right here. If you come here and you spend like 15 CP, you can get 3 spins. Okay, I'm assuming they're 3. Maybe they are. I don't know. 10 maybe costs a spin. I hope so. But if not, you do get a few spins. Let's put it at that for 15 CP, and it is a 7-day login event, which you also get about 40,000 extra battle pass if you do get the premium version. For 15 CP, guys, 40k XP is kind of a steal. Plus, you get 3 pulls on a draw that is brand new, that is coming to the collaboration. So keep that in mind too. I think it's worth it. I did it. Okay, it makes sense to do so. And I'm just here, watching that for you guys. Ooh, that is a nice Odin. Wow. Nothing pay to win aspects, I believe, but very solid skin. Yo, not gonna lie, in the challenge store, they've been cooking. Look at that Tech 9. Ooh. It's animated, it's not too much. I also like the mag, how it's like flamed up there. That is really clean. Also, Tech 9 has been kicking ass. Pod of Orcas. That is lit. And then we have the Near Automata Grenade that you can get for free. By the way, did I mention? Because you just need to grind for those challenge tokens. Everybody probably knows that by now, but just emphasis, okay? Yeah, don't ask me what that is. I'm also questioning that. We're just going to skip that real quick. And Creature Strongbox, which you can also get a fancy charm, fancy character, mediocre AK, mediocre RPD, cool nunchucks because it's very rare to get skins for those. Actually, solid bike. That's a large animation to see on a bike, so that is not too bad either. Not a bad strongbox, to be honest, so don't forget to collect these two. And last but not least, here's what everybody's been waiting for. The brand new legendary AK-47. Everybody can get this. You just need to grind for it. It is here, okay? And you can basically get this right now for 100 challenge tokens for a trial skin of 1 day, or potentially you just grind and get a bunch of crates, and eventually you'll reach 200 shards. And hey, there you go, free legendary. So just how we have the stun basin, the CRA max, and the lava. So I'm on 438. If you guys are around there, check it, check it. But basically, you can get shards, and there is a system where you can actually exchange shards for some universal tokens. And there you go, guys. We are on the event page already. And as you guys can see, there's Operation Variant, which is you got to select the side. Okay, there's Kurohana and there's Atlas. Now, this is a tough decision because I love both the factions. Okay, they both make solid skins. They both have solid character storyline. People like it's pretty hard. Okay, but in the concept of choosing between Shepard and Rin, we are definitely going Rin. Okay, like we cannot. So as you guys can see, you get an avatar with the Kurohana, a calling card, a fancy little frame to Kurohana's loyalty that you chose Kurohana, and a QQ9 Divine Gale. Check that fucking skin out. Like, god damn, bro. And then we have this side, which you get obviously Atlas, okay? A calling card, an Atlas Corporation loyalty frame, and also a QQ9. Okay, so it doesn't matter which side you choose, you still get the QQ9. Hey, I'm gonna tell you a little secret, okay? This is where the little panache comes in. Atlas is making the new ranked weapons that is going to be free as well. So if you grind ranked and you're a person that gets ranked weapons, Atlas is making that one this time. So maybe if you guys want to feed a bit of Atlas popularity, you could go into Atlas' side. But I'm definitely going Kurohana because there's no double thinking about it. We're definitely on Vin Yoshida's side. And that's just for the Codm side of things. Collaboration, this is here. So we have this thing called Ruined City. Now, I'm gonna talk like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, but I have no clue. Excuse my language there, but like I genuinely don't know. You've completed tutorials and have received 2 dice. Okay. Wow. But we're not gonna, do all of that. We're just gonna check out things. So number one, you get a free EM2 that looks really cool. It looks teched out. Devola and Popola. That's what it's called. Very fancy name. And then you get an actual um I don't know what to okay, it's called a flight unit. Let's just call it that. This flight unit belongs in the anime of Near Automata, and yeah, that is pretty cool to get as a charm. That shit is huge. And you can also get Kuji in 9S's skin. So this is an actual character in the anime that is called 9S, but we get him as a character as Kuji. you will also get this item, which is generally around these types of people, which these types of people are androids, like 9S. And if there's another one I can showcase you, they're all just androids. And then we have ending E. I don't think that is a complete one. This might be malfunctioning, so let's quote that on later. But we also do get a very fancy shop, which I think this is something for the game, because Nier Automata is also very famous for being a game in the PlayStation 2 days. I personally have played it there. This thing, I don't remember exactly because I was really young, but I'm assuming this is a shop you could probably get along the gameplay. This is what everyone's been waiting for. You get a whole ass katana from the game, okay? This is not just one katana, but two katanas. One is a golden black variant, as you guys can see, and the other one's a plain solid black and white, or rather, black and silver, I would say. And obviously, we get a lovely smoke grenade. Once more again, and these are basically the, I would say, enemies in the game or in the anime, and the androids are basically against these types of machines. So you basically go into amusement park, you can do a bunch of steps here, whatnot, and whatever. We're not going to get too much into that because I still have to figure out the event before we get into anything. There's a bunch of ranked for world championships. You get a bunch of rewards. To do a bunch of ranked, you get a bunch of rewards, okay? To keep that in mind. And we also have Battle Pass XP. We'll take that. And then that's the new trailer. Alright, we've checked everything we possibly need to. All we need to do is to collect that Battle Pass XP. Let's take that up to 5. Thank you, my good sir. To 8. Oh, I'll take that. Viciousness, avatar frame. Okay, okay. Alright, time for the VMP check. Okay, back. And we shall go into multiplayer and we go into training mode. Now, I literally just used this weapon very recently, so hopefully
Training mode.
they didn't really nerf it this very second on the update. Alrighty, now where is the SMG category? And we have the VMP. Alright, so check this out. 90 fire rate, 25 damage with an accuracy of 39 to a range of 44 with a control of 35. Generally, how you would see in SMGs a lot of the times, okay? Now we're just gonna add a bunch of these things real quick. Go gyroscope crazy. Okay. Does have a lot of kick, as you guys can see. Intense kick. Okay? That's me without control, and then that's with control. So it does have some sort of like recoil that is really high, but it is not so uncontrollable. I'm still, to be honest, I'm not struggling at all to keep it in control. It is fine. Maybe to keep it very precise, you might be. Some of you could use a grip for that. I think I'm generally fine with this already. And before we already move on, let's hit and inspect, see how this is. And if you guys can notice, we have some new graphics, I guess you could say so. There's better shades on the gun. As you guys can see, the lighting has gotten better. And I could tell that COD is upping their game on the graphics. And we have a clean inspect, as you guys can tell. You can even jump around and do all these things. Very clean inspect, not gonna lie. Alright, and that is without mods. So now let's check this out with the mods. Now, I already know which mods I'm going to be using, but we're just going to run through some of them so that you all are aware of this. So we got Black Ops Suppressor with a silence, but 10 damage range off. So for people that use suppressors, I have a playstyle for y'all. Don't use any of the ones here. But just for the sake of it, there's the Phoenix one as well, where you have silence and vertical. The rest of them are just hidden muzzle, and then there's this one for vertical recoil, which I've never actually seen an infantry compensator in the game. So that might be a new attachment. Neither have I seen a light break. These two might be new. Not too sure which CODs they come off, but I guess they're worth noting. Then we have the barrels. Now here's where the game changing happens, okay? You have a light extended barrel that gives you 30% damage range and a 30% bullet speed, with a 2 movement speed off, okay? Then you have the Phoenix barrel, which gives you 60 damage range and 20 bullet speed, okay? But there's a shit ton of downsides. You really don't want those ones. Then we have the tactical lightweight barrel. This one's very optimal, I would say, because you get a good damage range, and then you also have a good ADS time. You don't really need the extra bullet speed, okay? Not too much, because this is an SMG. Your fights are generally going to be from short range to medium at most. Trying to do a long is you just being a smartass, okay? Don't do that shit. Then we have my personal favorite barrel, which is the heavy barrel. Now, a lot of people might say that the downsides might be worse, because you are losing out on speed and ADS movement, but this is actually good. And before we get kicked, give me a second, sir. Okay, just to move around, thank you. And then we can go back into this thing. Okay, so barrels we have is the heavy barrel with 40 damage range and 40 bullet speed. Now, compared to every other barrel, I think this is probably the best to use because you also get silenced with all the other stats. So that's basically a 2-in-1 attachment. And I think that is why I personally will be using that. A lot of people may consider also using a red dot on this gun. It is actually not bad at all. I personally find it really comfortable using the red dot 4 on this. So if you guys are a red dot fan, try red dot 4. It works really smooth. Then we have the Black Ops, and I personally was going to use the Phoenix loadout. So I'm going to do this real quick, and then you guys can see that's 20% ADS bullet spread. You obviously have to take that. Obviously a Phoenix mag, because it makes sense to. And last but not least, Slate of Hand, just to make things a little more toxic. Now this gun basically has a very intense reload, so your repeaks are going to be really clean. You see that? You see that, guys? There's that bullet damage that I don't like because it is 3 shots to the head no matter what range you are. So, let's test that out again. Let's move clean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hipfire is not too bad, that's for sure. Is the hipfire better at bursts? It is better at bursts. It is way better at bursts, okay. Oh my god, if the VMP had a burst mode, this gun would be really toxic. I could see it being at least at 120 fire rates. If we made it like the CX-9, oof. It'd probably be a very nasty gun, not gonna lie. But yeah, this gun is really good, I would say, for range as well, as you guys can tell. Okay, let's do a real quick damage check right here. That's 32 to the head. Okay, you can see. It definitely is a 4-shot to kill. But it has some good multipliers, I would say. For close range, it's really good. Obviously, it is an SMG, it's supposed to be like that. But even at like a decent range, 30 meters, I'd say, it's still good. Most of your gunfights won't even be that far. Especially if you're using an SMG that's this fast. You don't want to be shooting all the way at the corner there. You want to be more like in their faces type shit. Okay, so there you go, guys. That is it for the video. I think that's a good showcase from this weapon. This weapon, I can already feel the addiction kicking in. I like it. It feels smooth. It definitely, yeah, this weapon's definitely giving USS a run for its money. I can see it. But anyways, guys, that is it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did make it this far, please drop a like. I appreciate any support, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you all stay smiling. Peace.